I gave my husband a child that is not his own, and now I can't even take the child away. Story time. Alright guys, once again welcome back to this platform. Here we are going to look at a very interesting story of a woman who actually get a child outside the marriage, and now she can't even take the child back. She has cheated, and now the husband is legally claiming the custody of the child. Let's look at the details. I married my husband Chinedu about 4 years ago. He was a calm man. He was a provider, generous and sweet. He is literally the kind of husband that mothers will pray for their daughters to marry. That was how good Chinedu was, and everyone loved him. But barely 6 months after the wedding, I got pregnant, and nobody questioned it because new wedded wife could get pregnant. Even my husband did not question it. And that was how the pregnancy went. When I told him I was pregnant, he smiled, celebrated me, and all his family came, and everyone was happy because it's a good news for new wedded couples. The pregnancy brought me and my husband closer, or maybe it looked that way because this my husband looked like a devil that can kill
women.
My husband attended every doctor's appointment with me. He will rub my feet when I wake him up in the middle of the night and say, "Baby, I want to eat soya." He will go and make soya for me. When we go to the hospital together and doctors are being clunky or nurses are not attending to me well, my husband will argue with them. If there is an award for the best husband in the world, my husband is going to get it. I will personally give it to him. And that was exactly what that makes everything confusing. Because tell me the reason why my husband knew everything the entire time, that my child was not his own, our child was not our child, and kept quiet. Anyways, 9 months later, I gave birth to my son. He was very beautiful, but he didn't look anything like my husband, and people started talking. But my husband never argued. He never doubted it. He never questioned. My husband carried that child like his word depended on it. I saw the look on his face. He was excited. They brought the birth certificate of my child and my husband signed on it as the father, whereas he has a plan. My husband looked at me on the day that I gave birth to my son and said, "Thank you, Emeka." I cannot forget the look. I cannot forget how grateful he was for the birth of our son. Then one random afternoon, everything clacked. Not because my husband was prognosing. It was because I left my phone foolishly open and my husband decided to go through my chats. Something that he doesn't really do. Or maybe he has done it before, I just didn't know. But this was something that was very new. At the time, I was having a conversation with the father of my child. So my husband, Chinedu, saw the notification that says, "Does he suspect anything?" And yes, he went through the chat. When my husband went through the chat, that was when he realized that the man actually attended our wedding. We'd be having late night conversation. We'd be meeting secretly outside. That night, I expected my husband to shout. I expected him to break down because this is a lot for him to handle. But no, my husband didn't do any of that because my husband already knew from the very beginning that our child is not his own. That night, my husband calmly fed our son dinner, arranged everything he used to do. There were no changes in his character. Then he looked at me and said, "We need to talk." I froze. I was scared. I did not know what this man wanted to say to me. Then my husband said to me, "I knew all along that the child was not mine." And I was like, "Then why didn't you say anything to me?" He said, "It's because I needed a child." Okay, if you needed a child, you could have a child with me. And he said, before we got married, I went to the doctor's office to run some tests, and they told me that he had low sperm count, and having a child was not impossible, but very much unlikely, and he settled with that in his heart. And when I told him I was pregnant, he instantly knew that this is not a miracle. The child was not just his own. So he accepted, and that was the reason why he never mentioned anything to me the entire time. I stared at him. I was like, I did not know who this man was. What the fuck do you mean? And I told him that was a sick thing to do, knowing fully well about your conditions, and you choose to marry me. The next morning, I packed my bags and took our child with the thought I was gonna leave his ass. That was when the real shock got in. When Chinedu was signing the birth certificate of our child, I did not know it was a big deal because right now my child is legally Chinedu's child and I cannot take my child anywhere. Chinedu is a rich man, so he knew that he is going to fight this. And before I knew it, Chinedu started fighting for custody. And yes, there's nothing I can do because court cases have been so messy and I don't really have a lot of money to be paying lawyers back and forth. And just so you know it, my husband won the custody. So if I want to leave my husband, I'm gonna have to drop the child. Now, before you say, how did he get custody? My husband has been a stable parent, a present one. His name is on all the hospital's documents. He is the legal father, and that was evidence enough. When everything started to get messy, my son's father stopped communicating with me, and currently he has disappeared, and I don't even know what to do. Am I supposed to go back to Chinedu and beg him and start to pretend like a happy family, or am I supposed to start all over again? Or am I supposed to forget my child? I don't know what to do. Please advise me on what to do. This is a crazy one, of course. Another crazy one, of course. This is crazy. But we are living in a world full of shit. Let me put it that way. A lot is happening by the day. Guys, we listen, we don't judge. What do you have to say about this? What do you have to say about this? If you're a man or a woman, you find yourself in this kind of situation, what will you do? Just put it in the comment section. And thank you for watching this channel. See you.